Hey, I'm Aaron Fish, and this is Fish Food, where we make tasty, approachable snacks. And today, we're making a black and blue baked potato salad. All right, so step one on our baked potato salad is we need to poach our potatoes. So I'm gonna dump them into this pot. I'm gonna add a grip of salt. I used to work for a chef. I don't know, I've said this once or twice. It doesn't taste like the ocean, it ain't right, is what he used to say to me. Fill it up with cold water. I like to use cold water. I mean, I guess it doesn't totally matter if you use hot, but you want the potatoes to kind of cook softly in it so that they don't fall apart. That's our goal. So just enough to cover. We're gonna throw it on the range over here, bring it up. We're gonna cook it up until they get fork tender, and then we're gonna spread them out, cool them down. All right, so our potatoes are done cooking. They're fork tender, which means that I stuck a fork in them and it went through very soft and easy. So take them off the heat here. I'm just gonna strain them real quick. All right, throw them right onto a sheet pan. And we're gonna pop this in our fridge and let it cool down. And then we're gonna toss them with some seasoning and grill them. So our potatoes are nice and cool. They've been boiled, and we're just gonna have them. Now you can cut them in whatever size pieces you want. You can see I've got some purple, some whites, some reds. It's kind of the all-American salad. And I'm just gonna cut them. I just like the idea of big pieces. But you know, you can do you. You can do small pieces, whole potatoes, maybe even like kind of smash them up a little bit. That'd be fun. But I have kind of a vision in my mind about how I want to plate this. So I'm gonna have all these. And we're actually gonna be serving this salad warm, which is kind of crazy, I know. You can serve it cold. I still recommend we do the next technique, which is we're gonna be grilling these straight on pellet grill over high heat. You can do it on a charcoal grill, you can do it on your gas grill, you can throw it up under a broiler if you want, or as you know, as I said earlier, you can serve it cold, it's fine. So next step is we need to lubricate. So we're gonna use a little bit of olive oil. And I just like the flavor that it imparts in it. You don't have to use olive oil. You can use something that doesn't really have, you know, a lot of flavor profile, like avocado oil or just canola oil. This is black and blue we're putting on here. I mean, literally, you could just put this on potatoes and roast it, and it makes amazing potatoes. So we're gonna toss them. I'm not really too worried about adding any more salt to it because if you remember, we heavily salted the water. So there's gonna be a lot of flavor in these potatoes. We want them nice and coated, and I'm gently tossing them because I don't wanna mash them up. We wanna leave them kind of whole. All right, I got the treg running on high. That's what I call it, the treg. Pop this bad boy open. Bad girl, bad thing, whatever you wanna call it, it's fine. And I'm just gonna throw these right on here. I really want those grill marks. I want some char on it. I want them to get kind of crispy. You could even use, you don't even have to use small potatoes like this. If you wanted to use like bigger, like Yukons or Reds or something like that, you could slice them in halves and like grill the halves too. That's pretty nice. But this will look really good. Or maybe if you have one of those like saute pans for your grill, it's like a perforated, like looking saute pan that you can put on the grill. You can do like veggies and stuff. You can totally use that too. All right, so let's make our dressing while those potatoes are grilling. So it starts with a mayo base. We are making baked potato salad, so we are gonna be adding mayo. I have some sour cream. And I do about, 50% of the sour cream to mayo ratio. Got some Dijon in here, some lemon juice, a little bit of acid. All right, and then we're just gonna mix that up. All right, so I got some chopped onions that are gonna be going up in here. Stir those in. And then I've got some blue cheese. Now we're just gonna put a little bit of this in here because we're gonna use some for the garnish, and I just want like a little bit of the blue cheese flavor in the dressing here. So I'm just kind of mashing it in. If you have a whisk, you can use a whisk to do it. I'm just kind of spreading it. You can see there's chunks of blue cheese here. Just kind of want to break it down a little bit, give it some of that blue cheese flavor. All right, so it's a baked potato salad, right? We got some crispy bacon. Look at all that bacon fat. We're just gonna throw this in too. Because you know what? I'm a fat kid, and this sounds amazing. This is gonna add just a whole nice salty, fatty element to this salad. Make it really delicious. Now remember, this is by no means necessary that you have to put it in there. I'm just a chef, I want to utilize every piece of something that I'm making, so. Okay, so potatoes are nice and grilled. You can see I got some beautiful grill marks on them. A little more roasty because I did it in the Traeg. And now at this point, you can literally just put everything in the bowl, mix it up and eat it, but you know, we want to amp it up a little bit, so we're gonna plate it. I've got here is a ring mold. We're gonna use this to, don't worry, we're not gonna build a tower, but we are going to plate it carefully. Different. So I put a little bit of bacon, the pickles, some of the chives in here, and I'm going to kind of layer the sauce around this. The trick here is you just kind of keep the ring mold where it's at, and this is gonna really help keep the center of the plate looking nice and clean. So we're gonna be kind of beautiful chaos on this. And these are crazy hot, so you could use tongs or something if you had them. All right, and then we're gonna go on to the next ingredients. We got some bacon. I'm gonna kind of, you know, I put some in the sauce, so that's nice. We have a little bit more kind of going on top. Alrighty, I'm gonna grab a spoon for this because the cheese is nice and soft. And this is where we wanna do, you know, nice crumbles. Now you could use, I use blue cheese because I wanted to pair with the black and blue. You could totally use cheddar here, or like jack or pepper jack would be really good. I mean, the idea is like kind of like a baked potato salad, right? So we have our sour cream was in the base, we have our bacon, we have, you know, cheese, we got chives sitting over here. Keep it nice and fresh. And then to finish it off, just put some chives. Nice and clean. I feel like this is probably the fanciest looking potato salad I've ever seen in my life, so I hate to get into it, but let's get into it. Oh, a little bit of me just died inside. Just so sad. I'm gonna try to put it into words, but it's so delicious. I mean, it tastes like a baked potato with the black and blue. I mean, you got the blue cheese, crazy good. This bacon's crispy and really crunchy. The chives pop through. You can definitely taste the sour cream. And that bacon almost gives it like a really buttery, fatty deliciousness in the sauce. And that is delicious fish food.